In this video, I'm showing you how I varnished my study of Vermeer's Girl with a Pearl Earring. Varnishing your painting is a personal choice. Some artists, such as L.S. Lowry, never varnish their works and actually stipulated that his work should never be varnished. For other artists, varnish is used to protect the finished painting from dust, dirt and grime. For me, I prefer to varnish my paintings as it gives them a consistent finish as well as protecting the surface. Traditionally, Damar varnish was the varnish of choice and is made from a mixture of resin and turpentine. However, there are modern replacements that are less hassle to use. Personally, I like to use Winsor & Newton's Satin Artist Varnish, which also provides UV protection for the painting, which will reduce fading in some colours. To varnish a painting, make sure you're working in a well-ventilated area, and this counts for any varnish you're using. However, don't have any drafts, otherwise you might end up with dust in the varnish. It's important that the painting is completely dry, or oxidized if you want to be really pedantic. Depending on how you've completed your painting, this could take anything up to 6 months. Personally, I use liquid, which speeds up the drying process, meaning that my paintings are usually dry in a matter of weeks rather than months. If your painting is not dry, you run the risk of damaging the surface or suffer cracking in the paint surface as it does dry. There are various different ways to varnish a painting, from how many layers of varnish to put on, to what size and type of brush you use. Just like painting technique, this is something that you have to experiment with and work out what works for you and your paintings. The only hard and fast rule is that you need to get the varnish on the painting. As this painting was on board, the surface is rigid, so with the painting flat, I'm just pouring some varnish right onto the surface and then spreading it around with a clean number 12 bristle brush. Winsor & Newton recommends that you use a specific large, flat varnishing brush for this process and use 2 to 3 thin layers. However, for my purposes, I'm using quite a thick layer, which I'm then spreading with the brush and allowing gravity to even out. Just be careful to cover the whole painting, and I'm getting down low to the surface so that I can see if there are any spots I've missed. Once the painting is completely varnished, just leave it to dry, close the door, do not disturb, leave it for a couple of hours, you don't want any dust settling on it. When dry, your painting is now ready for its new home. Check out my Etsy store and my website for more. Links are in the description. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.